Your heart needs continual attention. Follow me with this just for a moment. You might look at your life today and say, you know what, I'm pretty good. My heart's in good shape, okay? I went through that list. I think I'm doing great, by the way, which is probably indication that you're worse off than you think you are, okay? If you think you're doing good, chances are you're not doing so good, okay? There should be something in that 8 list that causes you to think about yourself a little bit today, amen, okay? When I read that list of 8, I'm thinking about me. I'm thinking about some things that I need to address in my heart, because all of us have issues of the heart that continue to need to be addressed. But let's just say that you're doing pretty good in your walk with God. It seems like you're in close relationship with Him. Your heart may be right today, but what's right today can be wrong tomorrow. Are you hearing me? And what's right this week can turn a corner next week. And what is right this month cannot be the same thing next month. And what is right this year may not be the condition of your life next year. And so we have to understand that this thing called the heart is not something you fix one time forever. It's something you give continual attention to, because I'll tell you this, the devil is giving continual attention to your heart, okay? If your heart is most important to God, are you hearing me today? If your heart is most important to God, what do you think the enemy is going to try to do in your life? What does he want to get at more than anything else? He wants to get at your heart. If he can plant some kind of seed in your heart, if he can get worry and fear in your heart, if he can get anger in your heart, if he can get something in your heart, then when he gets into your heart in that aspect, he forms a stronghold in your life. He begins to pull some strings and manipulate you in certain ways. You find yourself making decisions and choices you didn't even really know you were making, because something has happened inside your heart. Be careful, because your heart, my heart, our hearts have to have continual attention, because every day our hearts are being affected by what we see and by what we hear and by what we think and by what we do and by what other people say and do and what we say and do with ourselves and what we focus on. There are all these influences coming against us every day. They're impacting what's going on inside of our heart. And again, if your heart is the most important thing to God, it's going to be the most important thing to the adversary as well. He's going to do everything possible to find a way into your heart. That's why the heart needs continual attention. Psalm 139, 23 and 24, another prayer of the psalmist David. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. Point out, notice this, point out anything in me that offends you, and lead me along the path of everlasting life. The psalmist said, God, if there's anything in my heart that's offensive to you, would you please help me to see this? I'll tell you why this is important, because you can't see your own heart. You don't even know what's going on. I don't know what's going on in my heart. I have no clue. My heart is a deceptive thing, as is yours.